Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited about today's video. We have a very, very special video to conclude and wrap up the Channel 5 Mini Park Contest 2, as it is time to crown the new Coaster King or Kings and Queens. In this video, we will be announcing the new crown champion in the Channel 5 Gaming Planet Coaster community. We're going to save that for the end of the video because the main focus of today's video is going over all the top, the best main attractions for ride categories throughout this phenomenal contest. I picked out 8 categories: shooting rides, motion track rides, horror heights, water rides, car rides, robotic arm, go-karts, and transport. Each ride being completely distinct and different from the rest gives us a lot of variety of really cool rides to check out. And these are my personal picks. If you disagree with them, that's just fine. It's for fun, and these members will be getting 1 extra leaderboard point, so it's not overpowering, but it's a nice little addition for those who have already won or have not won. If you made it to this list, there's a good chance you already placed in the top 5 in one of your brackets, but we want to take a closer look at all the best rides throughout this contest. Now, I'm not going to be talking a whole lot over the rides. I want you guys to sit back and enjoy the rides, and for some, I'll have a few things I want to mention. So why don't we kick things off, starting with the shooting ride. Siege of Omashu is taking the prize for me. This was created by Tanzo's X-Wing and AKA Superman. And I mean, this got to go down in history as the all-time best shooting ride in Planet Coaster history. Hands down, the best shooting ride I have ever participated in, ever witnessed. It is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm just going to let you guys sit back and enjoy my firsthand experience with this ride. Oh, and before I forget, all of the links for these rides and original videos will be linked down in the description below. Check them out.
Let's start by seeing what skills you've got. Give me your best shot. Whoa!
What? Hey, you told me to do that, man.
Oh, now you've got performance issues? Come on, soldier.
Hey.
Under control. Send it right down the middle.
I performed quite okay, thank you.
Much better. Let's move on. See if you can break those posts down there, one at a time.
Whoa! Yes! Oh, yes! Seismic
Okay.
Slam!
That
Using
window's
my
coming out of
magic.
your wages.
Okay, that is how you do a
Let's
good
practice
shooting
your aim.
ride.
I don't need you helping the Fire Nation to
I got-
destroy a Moshu with wild bending.
I got magic powers. Oh! Yes, Seismic Slam. Oh, yes! Earthquake!
Control yourself. Attention.
well
get
done.
formation.
This is
Fire
fun.
Nation is right on the other side of the gates. Arm yourself, soldier. You're about to finish your training by fire. Literally.
Interactive storytelling. This is great. Oh!
That one's free. The rest are all
Fire Nation, burn! Yeah! Seismic Slam, let's go! Through the window, yeet! Quickly! Yeah! Hadouken! Oh! Oh, wow! I feel like a real Earth Mage. Is that what they're called? Geomancer? Maybe? I don't like shooting while the camera's moving. Oh, yeet! Haha! Yes, Geomancer. Wow!
quick. Get to the dome.
Okay, you are forgiven.
infiltrated the
Superman.
catacombs.
For your crappy shooting ride years back. This is more than impressive. I was expecting something a little bit bigger there.
Mightier men have been lost down
Wanted
there.
to Hadouken my way through there.
For another time.
We're just force pushing it open. Bam, 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 bam. Time to die, Fire Nation. This is so satisfying.
Those Fire Nation bastards. Aim upwards and get those fires out before they're out of control.
Well, do we have... Oh. Nicely done. Oh. Now you have to do all the other nations, you guys. What have you done? I want to be a fire mage, or I want to be a hydromancer, or whatever they're called. Splishy Splash. There was a water healer in Lineage 2. There was a water mage that would heal with water stuff. And I love that class. It was so much fun. I like how this isn't frustrating. Like, you made it so that I shouldn't really be missing triggers. Like, I don't want it to be challenging. I want it to be fun.
Quick, get those fires out.
Oh my god. Okay, this might be challenging. We get them all? Whew. Another thing I noticed you did here that's well done, your targets are not resetting. There's a lot of people that their targets I'll re-turn on and I'll shoot them multiple times, and that just annoys me.
Our capital bossing say. Let's make our way down to the training center. Our relief can mop up any stragglers behind us. Wait, did you hear that?
Whoa.
They got drills now. Go on, soldier. Take out that tank.
Are these different targets or same targets? What's happening here? Oh, we're just using all our firepower. I get it, I get it. It's acceptable here. No! Combo broken! I scared the crap out of my cat. She ran away.
Send them back to Themepark.
I broke my combo on a trigger that was half inactive. Alright, you're disqualified. I don't like your ride anymore. This is your fault, not mine.
Well, I'm surprised you've made it. You'll turn out to be a quality soldier after all.
Wow. What was my score? 16,560. I missed my combo, or broke my combo at the end. 16,500. Not bad. What's the high score? Oh! Let's go! 16,500 and what, 40 or something? Or is it 450? I forgot now. Anyways, it's somewhere around there. Johnny 5 alive. Beat it, nerd! Best motion track ride is going to Helheim. Created by FSF Ranger and Coaster Cat. So this is going to be one of the ones where we don't show you the full thing because it is a 15-minute ride, which we featured in the winner's bracket of the legend bracket. We showed the entire ride. We also showed the entire ride in the original feature. So this would be the third time showing off a 15-minute dark ride. So we're just going to show some clips here as I talk about it a little bit. It definitely wins the Motion Track Ride Award for being the most detailed, and it told a story. We went through the dark world in the Viking universe. I mean, they had it all. These are the dark ride legends of the community pairing together to make a 15-minute ride. And this section of the ride, if you pieced it apart, which we did in the video, we zoomed out, we looked at everything, it was the size of most of the mini parks in this contest, sandwiched in between the land of the dwarves and the land of the Vikings up above. I mean, you cannot get any crazier than this for a single attraction in a mini park contest. Most people have tucked their main attractions off to the side. These creators went above and beyond, above and below, and went down and used the negative space in the underworld to create an entire atmosphere dedicated to one ride. The amount of detail was outstanding. The grim atmosphere, the effects, the sounds were phenomenal. And I mean, this is how you do a track motion dark ride best. We saw some people attempt it throughout this contest. They took a stab at it. They were either missing the detail, the ambience, or they just didn't have that wow factor. And I think the two legends have come to seal the deal, to finish off the contest, the very last submission of the entire contest, to show everybody exactly how it's done. And that is why Helheim is getting the Track Motion Award. And the Horror Heights Award is going to History Museum from The Last Haven, created by Ready to Fall. I'm going to quickly mention why I like this, because of the storytelling, and you will see that in the background while watching this. There's a little bit of text on the doors, and it talks about how in the beginning how everything was wonderful, and then the humans destroyed nature and its balance, and then everything went to crap in a handbag. But the biggest thing was the payoff, and I'll let you guys see that here. The view and the vista, the reveal, the main centerpiece of the entire park was in fact the sinking city caused from the fault line. And I think the way you brought everything back around to the centerpiece of your park, to the focal point, using the directional forces and the ride itself, where the earth cracked open, I thought it was a phenomenal way of revealing your park again, bringing the attention back to your park. And I think that's how you use a Horror Heights to tell both a story, but to create a focus on your actual park. So this one was my personal favorite for that reason. Wow. I think that might be one of my all-time favorites, Horror Heights. Best water ride is going to Ebb and Flow, created by Ebbsy and Kitsch in their Eternal Sanctuary Asian themed park. I mean, this water ride says it all. It was my personal favorite of water rides of the entire contest. I'm usually not that big of a log flume fan unless it's done right. And I'm a big fan of this log flume right here. Definitely deserving of a shout out. Definitely done right. We start at one end of the park and this log flume takes us around the whole park. Normally, if a log flume went around the whole park, that would be extremely boring and very long. But because your park is so jam-packed full of details, there's 4 multiple themes throughout this park, and we take an adventure through all of these areas, packed full of details, going in and out of all the nooks and crannies, getting to look at the underbelly. The details reveal themselves throughout the log flume. Stuff you wouldn't see normally on the footpath or walking throughout the park, you get to see from the perspective of the log flume, which makes the log flume experience unique from everything else you see in the park, because a lot of what you can't see, you can only see on the log flume. So I definitely think that's a way of saving a little bit of the excitement for the log flume, and that makes it even that much more impactful. The views were amazing, and the way you utilize visualize the actual log flume itself with how many big splashdowns it has and in the locations of where you place them was really, really smart. It's a fun log flume. I would love to ride this log flume in real life, and if you're just looking to soak up the views, it's just chock full of incredible views because the park itself looks absolutely phenomenal. One of the best Asian-themed theme parks I have ever seen, and a nice, relaxing log flume. Relaxing and exciting log flume to showcase the entire park. Best car ride by a mile is going to Emily's obscure fairy tale created by Bitter Elegance. All I have to say is sit back and enjoy, and you'll see exactly why this is the #1 car ride.
Welcome aboard your Magic Cat, where you will experience all of my favorite obscure fairy tales. Ah, if you're wondering why you've never heard of these before, it's because of the enchanted copyright infringement and majestic licensing laws. Our first story is called Windows to the Soul, and it happened long ago in an underground kingdom without any light. One day, the local carpenter's apprentice built magic windows to bring light into the kingdom. Ooh! Sadly, once the villagers could see each other, they decided they would be better off in permanent darkness. Da-da-da-da-da. The end. Whee! This brings us to a tale as old as time itself. One day there was a powerful and mighty witch who had a severe rat problem, and no amount of tattered draperies, floating books, possessed furniture, undead skeletons, creepy gargoyles, or fog machines could make them go away. Ooh. So she sold her house and moved to Miami. The end. In the land of pirates and scoundrels, one name would instill fear into the hearts of the bravest soldiers. Oh, we can't get him because of aforementioned copyright laws. So here is our substitute, Captain Lockjaw.
Thank you, Princess, for the wonderful introduction. I have sailed every sea in all four corners of the globe, which makes zero geometrical sense. But I'm a sailor and a scoundrel, not a theorist or mathematician. If ye be brave enough, I will share the tale of Shark Treasure, where hundreds of years ago a fortune in pirate riches was buried beneath the ocean floor, and now is defended by an impenetrable wall of man-eaten sharks. Arrgh. I guess that's the whole story. Stay away is what I be saying. They eat people. No treasure is worth that. I mean seriously, stay away.
Thank you, Captain, for that riveting tale. Hey, through these doors is the fable of the Temple of the Dark Swamp, where tourists unknowingly set off an array of deadly booby traps by simply ignoring all the warnings to
not touch the gems!
I'm sure none of you would ever do that. Just in case, watch out for the deadly scorpions of ridiculously unrealistic sizes, as well as volcanic boulders. Oh. And of course, ceiling spikes. Ooh, I hope you kept your heads down. Whee! Finally, we conclude with the only story that we have acquired licensing for. Da-da-da. 77 years ago, in the magical land of New York City, a famous ghostbuster thought into existence a giant and terrifying marshmallow man who haunts us to this very day. Oh, hey, you can see him lurking just to the left of our ride vehicle. Please don't make eye contact, or very bad things can happen. Like wrecking balls falling from the sky. Da-da-da.
Best Robotic Arm Ride Award is going to Guardian from the Land of Erith, created by Galcian BTH and Warmgar. There are so many good things to say about this, and to the average viewer, there are hidden little gems. The fact that we start this in this sci-fi area and we're going into a little submarine pod, the way you guys, use the robotic arm ride, faded to black, put us into a new scene where this thing was dropping down and submerging into the water, was really cool. As we were going down, that's not actually possible to do with a robotic arm ride. What you're seeing as it's going down is the robotic arm ride is turned completely sideways on a 45-degree angle, and it's rotating sideways. So what looks to appear like we're going down, we're actually going sideways. From right to left, we're just turned sideways. So it makes us believe that we are going down. So everything you see in the background was actually built sideways, and the track brings us all the way across. I thought that was so clever. We've never actually seen somebody pull off the illusion of going downward in a robotic arm ride. When we actually get to the bottom, you have these, I believe this is from like Xenoblade Chronicles or some game like that. They wanted to showcase the gigantic robot from a certain particular universe, game, or series, and we see the giant robot making appearances on the screen, which is also the giant robot that the entire park takes place in and around of. So again, bringing things back to the focal point of your park by using elements of that in your ride. And I think that's really smart how multiple creators have gone ahead and said, hey, this is what my park's all about. The rides only make that more apparent and enhance that further. And last but not least, this is just one of the most beautiful, mesmerizing underwater experiences ever created in Planet Coaster, and you only get to see glimpses and bits of it here throughout this ride. Parts of the underwater segment of the park were reserved for this ride, and other parts were reserved for other rides, and it's a great way to split up what you did with the undersea universe in this park, giving you nice flavors and varieties throughout all of the rides showcased in the park. So absolutely amazing job with the control and features of this robotic arm ride, Galcian BTH and Warmgar. And best go-kart ride is going to Mario Go-Kart, created by Cody Bits. Cody Bits, I choose you. Coming through again. Does this man ever stop winning awards? I mean, they went ahead and they made a Mario Go-Kart circuit. You can't really top that. If you think of go-kart video games, Mario Go-Kart is the kingpin. When you think of go-karts in Planet Coaster, you start immediately imagining Mario Go-Kart circuits. What you can do with basic shapes in this game, what you can do with Theme Maker Toolkit, what you can do with the go-karts, you can actually create a really good Mario Go-Kart circuit. But it's not easy. It's not that simple. You gotta do something special. And as you guys can see here with this Mario Go-Kart track, he has gone ahead and painted terrain, put boards on the ground. You actually never really see the track. You go to Rainbow freaking Road in this go-kart race, and you never actually fully see the Planet Coaster go-kart track. It never brings you into the immersion that you're in a Planet Coaster game, but rather keeps your immersion that you are in a Mario Go-Kart universe playing the Mario Go-Kart game. You could show this to a Mario Go-Kart fan that wasn't a Planet Coaster fan, and they might actually believe that this is some sort of hidden Mario Go-Kart circuit. It's that well done. It's that well conceived. And I mean, I want to race this circuit in a Mario Go-Kart game. The fact that you have roller coasters and things happening around you makes it that much more immersive and that much more incredible, where you don't get to normally see those things in a Mario Go-Kart track. So this is hands down one of the all-time best go-karts I have ever witnessed. So it's getting the Go-Kart award in this contest for sure. And last but not least, we are giving the transport ride to Wonkatania, created by Gabriel the Fuzz in his Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory theme park. This is a tough one because there were a lot of transport rides, but there wasn't a lot of transport rides that did anything over the top in terms of dark ride simulation or storytelling, where Wonkatania is an actual ride that exists in the Willy Wonka series. It scared the guests. They didn't know what they were going, where they're going, what was happening, and it got pretty intense. You included those moments in the Wonkatania ride. But not only that, you used it as a proper transport ride. It takes you to one area of the Willy Wonka factory, drops you off, and then later on you get back on it to experience other areas of the Willy Wonka park. It actually served as both a transport ride and a dark ride that matched your reference perfectly. Whereas in many of the other cases of the transport rides throughout this contest, they were actually just a transport ride that took you from point A to B that had beautiful views. There could have been plenty of other winners that did a transport ride properly, but you're getting the award because not only did you do it properly, you made a fun ride out of it. You made a fun experience out of it. And because there were 3 different stops, every time you went back on Wonkatania, you had a completely different experience that made it fun again. So I felt like I got to do Wonkatania 3 times, 3 different ways, and it served as a multi-purpose transport ride, and that's definitely taking transport to the next level. And I mean, the icing on the cake is this is just the most craziest Willy Wonka theme park experience of all time. So the transport ride itself is super fun in terms of visual design and immersion. So there you go. Gabriel the Fuzz taking in the transport ride award. Absolutely amazing. So those are my top 8 rides, everybody. We went through the shooting, the track motion, horror heights, water, car ride, robotic arm, go-karts, transport. I don't think I left anything out. I think those are the 8 primary things that we see throughout Planet Coaster, but it goes to show how much variety Planet Coaster has in the track rides and how, you know, most of the time the focus is on the coasters. I think this video shows examples of how much fun you can have making other types of rides that aren't just coasters, that don't just have that wow factor, that speed and adrenaline, what kind of creative things you could do with the more slow-paced rides and still make them jam-packed, still make them action-packed, and still make them incredibly fun. So next time you're building your theme parks, guys, sit back and think about what kind of ride you want to make, because that really gives another way of creativity and another angle to your theme park designs. I want to give a final shout out to Esby, Starship Rad, Dargor, and Goldie for helping out. They looked through all the videos to figure out what all the horror heights were. They don't know why they did that, and now you know why. I needed to figure out what the best horror heights was for this contest, and they sent me links of all the horror heights so I could watch them, as I couldn't quite remember if certain parks had a horror heights or not. So I narrowed it down to the History Museum in the Last Haven Park, created by Ready to Fall. So thank you once again to Esby, Starship Rad, Dargor, and Goldie. Appreciate you guys helping out there. And the fun doesn't end there, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to crown our new-found Coaster King. And in this case, it shall be 2. Never ever have we ever given away 2 Coaster King awards at the same time, but this is a collab edition, and that does mean a collab has taken the crown. So the winner of the entire contest, the best of overall, the crown champion, the new Coaster Kings, is going to FSF Ranger and Coaster Cad for their Viking Mythgard theme park creation. Absolutely amazing. I mean, can these guys get enough awards? They won the best of overall in the legend bracket, which is generally a good indication that they're coming for the crown. But we've seen in the past, builders, beginners, advanced builders, experts take the Coaster King spot from the legends. It's not always indicative of who's going to get the crown because the legends aren't paired up with everybody else, but they were the best of the legends. They were the best dark ride. They had the best award for the best fantasy theme park, winning multiple awards leading up to the one and only, the best final reward that you can achieve in this contest being the Coaster King. So now we have 2 Coaster Kings on our hands, FSF Ranger and Coaster Cad. If we do a future contest that's not collaboration, we will actually see, hopefully, Coaster Cad and FSF Ranger compete as both Coaster Kings to hold their crowns. That should be interesting. I look forward to that moment. We gotta do it. We gotta make it happen. And Coaster Cad and FSF Ranger, you have to compete in a future contest with one another. It'll be great friendly competition. You can now take your names and change them to FSF King and Coaster King. Because you two are the new crowned champions in this community. Congratulations, that is the most prestigious award you could possibly win around here, which means you're going to get a whole bunch more leaderboard points on top of the many you got for placing first in the legend bracket and the bonus points you achieved for best fantasy theme park and best dark ride. You cannot get any more leader points than that. That is absolutely incredible. We might just have to show off a leaderboard graph at the end of this contest. Good googly moogly. That is super exciting. Congratulations, you guys. You definitely earned it with Mythgard. What a phenomenal theme park. I feel like I should say something about it here, but it speaks for itself, and I've already ranted about it in all the different awards you've already achieved. So we're just going to let it speak for itself here and, let you guys have your moment. Congratulations, you guys. Definitely well deserved. And before we showcase the graph for the Coaster King graph, Coaster King results, I have another award to give out. The best of solo competitor of the entire contest is going to Super Mario Kingdoms, created by Cody Bits. Another man who is on fire that wins contest after contest, coming in here winning the best creation of the Master Builder bracket. Showcased in this video with the best Go-Karts. Quite possibly still yet to make another appearance in a video that has not been released. An award for the best basic shape art. This man is pulling out all the stops, taking all the awards and more, as you are now the best solo individual to compete in this contest by yourself, and by quite a long landslide too. This man was in contention for the Coaster King, competing against collaborating legends that are the best of the best in the community. 2 minds versus 1, and Cody Bits actually climbed very high and very close to winning it all. Absolutely incredible. I almost called you Cody Beast. Cody Bits, you are a beast. in this community, a force to be reckoned with, and you just keep proving it time and time again. Please do not stop building. You always blow us away with your incredible creations. So we're giving you the best of overall solo creation. I don't know if we have a badge or anything for that in Discord, but you're definitely getting a handful of leaderboard points for that award there, because that is just such a prestigious thing to do when you're competing with 120 plus other competitors in a contest like this. You were the #1 chosen one for the individual builders. Amazing stuff, Cody Bits. And now, my Planet Coaster friends, it's time to look at the results for the Coaster King votes. I just want to give an extended shout out to all the viewers to come in here from the last video. Click the link in the description below. You guys followed the link, you voted, and it made a decisive Coaster King. We were a little bit shy on votes. We were a little unsure if we should go ahead with these results. We let things sit for a few days, and now here today in this video, 4 days later or whatever, we have a decisive Coaster King because of all you voting. And as you can see here, we had tons of votes, hundreds of votes, and hundreds of votes is enough to make a decisive graph. And this graph is brought to you by the one and only wonderful Zaphor. You can see Mythgard here standing tall amongst the rest, FSF Ranger and Coaster Cad, the new crowned champions. A close second, a competitive second, the City of Omushu by Tanzo's X-Wing and aka Superman. And I'm gonna give you guys one more leaderboard point to the City of Omushu by Tanzo's X-Wing and aka Superman as Johnny's personal favorite theme park of the entire contest. I thought when I saw this park, it was the Coaster King for sure. But Mythgard, the very last creation, came out and surprised everyone. But City of Omushu is still my most favorite park for the fun factor. The rides that you guys had in there had me laughing, had me screaming, had me crying, had me happy, had me sad. I was all over the place. I was sad that it ended. It was so much fun. So you guys get the fun factor. I'm here for a good time on Channel 5 Gaming. I'm here to make people happy, and this one made me happy. So you guys are getting another leaderboard point, an extra little award there for the City of Omushu, my personal favorite. And as you can see from this chart, with 20 first place votes, 19 second place, 14 third, and many, many more, a total score of 243 out of 300, which Mythgard had, a total of 68 votes compared to 81 of Mythgard. You guys were only a few percent off from winning, so, you know, very close to being the best of overall. But because you didn't make it, you still have my Johnny's personal favorite award to be proud about. So give it up for them. And then Super Mario Kingdoms in third place, a single creator competing against all of these collab creators. Coming in at second by a pretty large margin is Cody Bits. So we already gave you the best of overall solo creation, and that is well deserved by the votes of the community, and I absolutely agree with that. So yeah, the top three here all getting awards for their own thing. We got the Kings, we got the Johnny's personal favorite, we got the community voted on best of overall solo creator, and then, you know, we have some amazing other things here with the Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory coming in fourth, Azrak City of Wonders by Floss and Trooper Matthew coming in fifth, a very close sixth with Lucky's Carnival by Crimsalt, coming in with a sixth top best overall with Humor. Valhalla by Risen, Land of Erith by Warmgar and Galcian, Eternal Sanctuary by Esby and Kitsch, and Shadows of Echelangelo by Starship Rad and Happy Camper. I gotta say, this one's definitely underrated. The one in 10th place for the top 10 overall. Didn't win enough awards, didn't place enough in the top fives or what have you. I personally love this park. I love the coasters in it. One of my favorite spinning coasters throughout the whole contest. You guys did a lot of really good stuff there and didn't get enough recognition for it. So let's give another shout out to Shadows of Echelangelo by Starship Rad and Happy Camper. Both two creators that tend to win in the top 5 in every single contest that they compete in, but got a lot lower here for some reason. But they're well deserved. They deserve to be up there. That park was amazing. I just think they just had too much fierce competition this time around, but that was definitely worthy of winning a contest, as it's definitely one of my favorite underrated parks. You guys did an amazing job with that Adventure Temple theme. Boom. So there it is. That's the top 10 overall best of the entire contest, you guys. Congratulations to everybody that made it on this chart, because that is one of the hardest things to do when you're competing against 120 other people in one of the most fierce gaming artistic communities out there. You got to think about it. Planet Coaster's been out for 5 years now. Anyone that's competing in these contests, the hundreds of people left, are the most dedicated, are the most hardcore, because the game has been out for so long that any casual players would have gone and moved on to other things by now. So these are the most fierce competitors out there, the most interested in the game, and you guys placed top 10 amongst them all. Give yourselves all a pat on the back. You're absolutely incredible builders and people. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Those are my top 8 rides from the contest. That is the new Coaster Kings, FSF Ranger and Coaster CAD. Congratulations once again. That was the top 10 overall best creations of the entire contest. Congratulations to everyone that made a placement there, and for everyone viewing that participated, voted, and helped made these winners decisive. Give yourselves a pat as well. You're all amazing. I want to give you guys a thank you for continuing to stay engaged with our community, being a part of this community, and participating through the voting forms and interacting with the interactive contests that we try to bring to you. You guys make it possible, you make it fun, and we keep on doing it for you guys because you're the ones who keep coming back to enjoy it. So thank you so much for that, everybody. We're not completely finished. I want to go over my top 10 coasters, so that'll come out very shortly as well. Now that we got the Coaster King decided on, we had all the votes tally up, we can go ahead and finish off this contest with a bang, showcasing a top 10 coasters, which we haven't done in quite some time. Top 10 coasters of this contest. So that should be fun. Look forward to that. You guys should see that coming out very soon. And thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the top 10 coaster video. Bye now.